Welcome to another Jamie Tries Cooking video. This kitchen novice is going to make gluten-free stuffing for the first time. I really need to work on that intro because it's a little bit nationwide circa 1974. So let's first grate some onion, which isn't going so great right now. Let's do that. Remember, Jamie, it only goes one way. There we are. So let's first grate this onion. And that's quite tough, I must say. Got to watch my fingers as well. Next, I'm going to grate some apple. I'm going to drop it as well. I'm going to grate some of that. And I've got several pieces of apple here. I'm just going to grate that and throw it around. Like that. You probably didn't see that, but it just flew. I was lucky enough to catch it after a fashion. So the next step is to get some kind of bread-like substance. I've got here some stale pancakes. If you want to know how to make these before they get to this stage, then do check out the video on the channel. I might leave the link in the description below. We're just going to whiz it up. So I'm going to put those in there. Stick that on. I've never used this gadget before, so hopefully I'm on safely. And now let's do this somehow. No, is that the button that you press? Have I turned it on, perhaps? Right, take a deep breath. So it turns out I've just got to do that. Now let's do this. So with the resulting breadcrumbs, put them in a bowl, and then we go again. I won't loiter on this stage for much longer, but one thing I learnt from doing that previous batch is that I need to break up these pancakes in particular into pieces and put them in there because it was having trouble breaking them down. And you saw me put 2 in there before. This time, because they're broken into pieces, we're going to go for 3, and of course it speeds up the process just a tiny bit, doesn't it? So I've got a few more pancakes to turn into breadcrumbs here, so what I'll do is I'll finish those off and we'll skip to the next stage. This is the mixture of onion and apple from earlier, and we're just going to tip the breadcrumbs made from those pancakes into there. Now with that combined mixture, going to add all the seasonings. So firstly, we're going to add half a teaspoon of salt and pepper in there. So obviously you could use any herbs that you want to. Here I'm using parsley and thyme, and I've got a tablespoon measurement. Just going to put those in. So the thyme goes in there, and then the parsley. Now I'm just going to combine all of these ingredients together. The dominant one being the breadcrumbs, but you can see bits of the onion in there and possibly the apple. Now that's all mixed together, it's time to add at least 1 egg to the mixture. Just like that. Now let's mix in the egg. Like that. It'll probably start to feel a tiny bit more liquidy perhaps than previously. We might need to put a second egg in here, we'll just have to wait and see. It turns out another egg is required. let's try once more. This disappeared quite quickly before, so hopefully we'll see a little bit more of a difference in the consistency. In fact, it's already starting to feel like cake batter because of that egg in there. So I'll just keep mixing this and we will cut to the next stage. So I want to make these into stuffing balls, and I don't think these are going to stick, so I think it might need another egg just to solidify it a tiny bit more, like that. So let's mix this together. So just to be clear, there are 3 eggs in here. I think it all depends on what you're looking for. I want to make these into stuffing balls and they just didn't seem solid enough, you know, they didn't clump together, whereas this feels a lot more like that could happen. So that is a tiny bit more solid. I think it's got more chance of staying into a ball. I mean, is that a ball right now? Yeah, let's put them on this tray here and get ready to put them in the oven. So I've spent a few minutes just squeezing these together into sort of balls. It's about the last one that I can make from this mixture, because I think it's still very kind of liquidy at the moment, but once it goes in the oven maybe it will solidify just a little bit more. I mean, look at my hands here. But yeah, we've made quite a few of them. You could also put this mixture into a dish and have it like that, but in recent times I've made a lot of things in dishes and thought, well, let's make stuffing balls. Why don't we do that? So just going to put these in there for 20 to 25 minutes. Now we wait. Right, let's go on for 20 minutes or so. So I think now it's time to serve. This recipe was one of those where I think it depends on what you're using and how many eggs, obviously. I mean, there's just so many things to consider. I think it's certainly not one you can follow to the letter. It depends on your circumstance. I'm not sure that is the right word, but I'm going to stick with it for now. So let's try this. Visually, these look like rock cakes. That's kind of the thing that jumps to mind. You've got that crunchiness on the outside. The inside is almost like a cakey texture. That'll be the pancakes and whatnot that have all been mashed up inside that machine that I had trouble working earlier. But no, I think if that was, you know, on a roast dinner next to things, I'd be like, yeah, that's good. Because it's got that crunch that I desire from stuffing. So try it yourself. Let me know how you get on. Give the video a like. Subscribe for more food cooking videos. And I'll see you again for another Jamie Tries Cooking video. Actually, one more thing. That's incredibly herby.